Welcome to Youth for UNICEF's podcast series. I'm Ian.
And I'm Anders. Today, we're talking about something that affects more people than we often realize: food insecurity.
Food is something most of us take for granted. It's central to our lives, celebrations, routines, even comfort. But for millions around the world, food isn't a source of joy. It's a daily worry.
Let's start with what we mean by food insecurity. It's not just about being hungry or skipping lunch because you're busy. Food insecurity is when a person doesn't have consistent access to enough nutritious food for an active and healthy life.
And it's more common than you might think. In the United States, over 34 million people, including 9 million children, live with food insecurity. That's almost 1 in 10 Americans. Globally, the number jumps to more than 2 billion.
That's 1 in 4 people worldwide. And yet, we live in a time where grocery stores are packed with food and food trends dominate social media. So what's going wrong?
A big part of the problem is access. It's not just about how much food exists. It's about who can afford it, where they can find it, and whether it's nutritious. Many communities are what we call food deserts, places where fresh produce is nearly impossible to find.
And even when healthier options are available, they're often more expensive than processed or fast food. It's a harsh irony that a salad costs more than a burger.
On top of that, wages have barely kept pace with inflation, and food prices have skyrocketed. Families are forced to choose between paying rent and buying groceries, or between heating their homes and having 3 meals a day.
It's a systematic issue, and the consequences are serious, especially for children. Lack of access to proper nutrition affects learning, development, and long-term health.
So what can we do? First, support your local food banks and community fridges. These are essential lifelines for many people.
Second, advocate for policies that address poverty, raise wages, and strengthen food assistance programs. We need change on a structural level, not just temporary fixes.
And third, reduce food waste. Globally, we waste over 1/3 of all food produced. That's not just inefficient, it's unethical when so many go hungry.
Food insecurity isn't someone else's problem. It's a global issue, and it demands our attention, our empathy, our action.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Youth for UNICEF. This episode is brought to you by Youth for UNICEF.
Let's stay informed, stay engaged, and work together for a world where no one has to wonder where their next meal is coming from. Thanks for listening.